Welcome everybody to the Bradenton Blitz. I am Jason Dill and I'm joined by David Wilson, and we had playoff berths that were finally unveiled. We already knew about Manatee going to the playoffs and we already knew about Braden River going to the playoffs, but Palmetto and Venice was a deciding factor. Palmetto came up pretty short against Venice, and Cardinal Mooney, which is also going to the playoffs, had their district championship game. They're going to be a runner-up. But the game that did kind of matter for Manatee County area fans was Southeast, which got into the playoffs when Hardy unexpectedly lost. And we have the playoff teams behind us. We're going to preview those games next week on the Blitz because that's the week of the playoff games. But just if you want to run through them, we'll look and see that Manatee, who they get Orlando Oak Ridge, which became the district runner-up. Steinbrenner is the runner-up, and they have to go to Dr. Phillips, which could be Manatee's second round playoff opponent, but we'll talk about that at another time. 7A-11, Braden River gets Gulf Coast. Palmetto's out, so they could see Venice, which gets South Fort Myers, which is the district champion from 7A-12 is the district that they play. And if you want to run through 5A and 3A.
We got...
On your side of the, of the whiteboard here.
This was the biggest stunner of the day. I think we expect to be worried about a three-way tiebreaker today, but instead, Southeast will go down to Fort Myers to play Dunbar. They're the runner-up after a stunning upset. Lemon Bay wins that district. Cardinal Mooney went head-to-head with CCC for a district title. Came up short. We kind of expected it. So they'll go across the state to Fort Pierce.
That's going to be a really fun bus ride, folks. Yeah. Let me tell you. It's going to be a long one. We'll get into all that stuff, obviously, next week. So let's go through this week. We still have some important games to talk about. Obviously, the big one this week is Manatee and Southeast. It is the rivalry of Manatee County. We have newer clubs like Lakewood Ranch and Braden River, which are, for Lakewood Ranch, I mean, we're now getting into adulthood for them by years of their program, whereas Braden River's still
up and coming.
They're still, well, I mean, as far as how long they've been around,
yes.
Right, exactly. They're still new. So Manatee Southeast is the big one. Southeast last beat Manatee in 2006. That's the last time Manatee lost to a Manatee County program. It's been 29 straight victories. Manatee's got it pretty easy since then. They pretty much have walloped teams by an average of, I think it's like 28 or 26 points. 26.62 is the number I came up with. Average margin of victory for Manatee in their 29 straight county victories. I still expect Manatee to win this game.
Yeah, Southeast, I mean, they've been impressive. They've won, they've come on really strong down the stretch. They probably have arguably the best running back in the county, Kevin Johnson, who's now playing quarterback for them. Got a good defense. They're known for their good defensive backs, and they've got a lot of really good corners and safeties right now. I think they'll be feisty against Manatee, especially in a rivalry game, but I would expect the Hurricanes to win. And
we have Charlotte going to Palmetto. Palmetto's probably, I'm expecting Charlotte to win this game because obviously the Tarpons have a prolific offense. Palmetto has struggled in their last two games against really good competition. They have another one. This is supposed to get them ready and prepared for a playoff run. They're not playing in the playoffs. They have just their pride to play for, but it's kind of hard after those two emotionally charged games where they had it in their grasp to make a playoff push and they didn't get it done, to come back and play a non-district game in the finale.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they respond on senior night. A lot of good seniors in that program, but I mean, Charlotte, they're undefeated. They're one of the best teams in 6A. It's going to be a tough way, potentially ending the season with 3 straight losses.
Gibbs is coming into town. They're a district champion from Class 5A. I expect Braden River at home to, even though Raymond Thomas has been ruled out for the year now, that I still expect Braden River to win this game pretty comfortably, but they do have a quarterback in Gibbs who I think he had 8 touchdowns last week, which is kind of incredible. So that's what I expect. Yeah,
I mean, they're not, you saw Sarasota hung with them last weekend. They're not going to, play their starters the whole game. Jake Huseman didn't play the entire game, obviously. Raymond Thomas out for the year. They're not going to want to risk more injuries. So I think the Gibbs probably keep it close, but Braden River, I think, will win.
And finally, St. Stephen's won a playoff game up in Lecanto, so now they have to go to Boca Raton because Lecanto wasn't far enough to play Boca Raton Christian in the Sunshine State Athletic Conference. Isn't that the name of it?
Yep, Sunshine State.
So they have to play that, the semifinal game. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. I don't know anything about the Boca Raton Christian team. What are you expecting?
I'm expecting to score a lot of points.
Exactly. All right, quick hits. Let's go through them. Bayshore, Cardinal Mooney. Bayshore, it's a winnable game for the Bruins. I think the Bruins are going to win that game.
I'll take Cardinal Mooney just at home. They're getting ready for a playoff game. But
sure.
It's a toss-up, I think.
Fort Myers, Canterbury at ODA. I expect ODA to win that game. Canterbury's not very good.
Yeah, I think ODA will win this one also.
And speaking of Bradenton Christian, they have to go to St. Pete to play Admiral Farragut. Admiral Farragut in a blowout.
Yeah, Admiral Farragut's a good team.
They are a very good team. And then Lakewood Ranch at Arcadia DeSoto, which knocked off Wauchula Hardy, which is why Southeast fans need to be really happy that they're going to the playoffs as a runner-up and not having to play a district tiebreaker. I expect Lakewood Ranch to get that win.
Yeah, DeSoto was 0-7 until 2 weeks ago. They beat Bayshore, then they stunned Hardy to throw that district into chaos.
And the Mustangs, right? And the Mustangs are coming off a blowout of Northport on the road, so I expect Lakewood Ranch to end their year on a positive 2-game winning streak. And so until next week, this is Jason Dill for David Wilson. We'll catch you on the flip side.